Hello lovely people and welcome back to Yoga with Kate. I hope you're all fit and well. Namaste to you all. Welcome to today's class, which is yoga for depression and anxiety. Most of us in our lives will suffer with depression and anxiety at some point, so you are not alone in this. And very well done for making it to your yoga mat today. Today we're going to be primarily focusing on postures to get the blood circulating around our body and try and get more blood flow to our brains. These are proven postures to really help alleviate the symptoms of depression and anxiety. And hopefully by the end of class, you should be leaving this class feeling a little bit lighter. Right, without further ado, let's get started. Right, so we're starting off our practice for yoga for depression and anxiety, lying down in Shavasana. So we're lying down on the floor or the mats. Make sure you're comfortable here. Palms are facing upwards towards the ceiling. If you could just tuck your chin into your chest for me, pop your head back down your mat just to ensure your spine and neck's nice and long. So we're going to be starting off with a bit of simple breath work, pranayama breathing, to make sure we're breathing properly right into the bottom of those lungs. So we're going to start off, you can either pop your hands on your tummy or keep them relaxed by your sides. We're inhaling, exhaling if you can through your nostrils, but don't worry if you can't. Now, the most important thing on the inhale, I really want your tummy to expand and rise. On the exhale, it should lower down, okay? So just focus on that, but don't overthink it. So I'm going to count you in. We're inhaling on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Exhaling on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Inhaling on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Exhaling on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Inhaling on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Exhaling on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Inhaling on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Exhaling on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. So we're trying to stay with that breath work if we can throughout this practice. We're going to bring some gentle movement back to our bodies now. We're just wiggling fingers and toes, gently turning those feet out and then rocking those feet all the way from those hip sockets, everything lovely and relaxed. Gently rolling the arms, wrists, hands gently by our body. And lastly, just gently turning our head from side to side. So first of our stretches now, we're simply inhaling the arms above the head, really big stretch in the fingers and toes, big toes touching. You feel a lovely stretch going on in your tummy here. And then we're just exhaling the arms down by our sides. We're doing that one more time. Really big stretch in the fingers and toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Then exhale the arms down by your side. From here, we're simply going to bring the knees into the chest for a little hug. And we're just gently rocking from side to side. From here, we're going to go into a lovely bridge pose. So we're pulling the feet as close into our buttocks as possible, hands, arms either side of your body. So here we're going to push on our feet, push our bottom tailbone up towards the ceiling. Now here, if you can and you're quite flexible, you're interlinking those hands underneath your back. Don't worry if you can't. And you're really squeezing your bottom tailbone up towards the ceiling. It's opening our chest, staying there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax those arms. We're rolling our spine down vertebra by vertebra till our spine is flat on the mat. Then we're taking the knees into the chest, little hug, and rocking gently from side to side. Now, this is for beginners to advanced, this class for yoga for depression. So we're going to do a shoulder stand next. Now, if shoulder stand isn't for you, you can welcome to have a try. Then your option here is to simply pop your legs up against a wall and stay here. We're trying to draw the blood down away from the feet towards your brain and your lungs here. So that's your option here, which is lovely and relaxing, and just focus on your nice deep breath. Otherwise, we're going to go into shoulder stand. Now, it's really important you don't move your neck around whilst you're doing this posture. So it may be worth you watching this part of the video first if you've never done one before going into the posture yourself. So here simply we're going to rock our legs up towards the ceiling and we're clasping the hands at the spine here. Now you're just staying there. Nice deep breaths for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go into the full plow. If that doesn't feel right for you, we're simply going to bend those knees and let those knees drop either side of your shoulders. If you can here, you're taking both those legs over the top of your head. If your toes meet the floor, then great. Arms come down to the mat in front of you and you're taking those legs nice and wide and tucking those toes under. Now, all the weight should be on your shoulders, not a lot on your neck and your head, and just relax there if you can. Try and straighten those legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk those feet back in together and simply dropping those knees again. Just relax those knees and those feet for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just straighten those legs, put your tummy in. You put your tummy nice and tight. We're rolling those legs down. And then rather than lowering those legs all the way down to the mat, we're just going to bring the knees straight into the chest here for a little hug. And we're rocking gently from side to side. So if you were doing the one with the legs up at the wall, now is the time to take your knees into your chest and do a lovely rock, gentle rock from side to side. Well done. Okay, so from here we're coming up to seated. Pop your legs out in front. We're going to do Paschimotthasana, which is a lovely seated forward bend. So take holding the fleshy part of your bottom, pull it back so you're sitting on your sitting bones. We're just going to extend the arms up to the ceiling, big stretch up, and we're coming forward and down, forward and down. Now ideally, if you're good at yoga, taking hold of those big toes with a thumb and forefinger, dropping your nose down towards your knees. Otherwise, just simply relax there. You can relax your feet, relax your head, make sure your shoulders are relaxed down away from those ears and just stay there. Nice deep breaths. Staying here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your tummy in. We're just uncurling. Up we come. And then we're going to give our shoulders a lovely roll, back and down. From here, we're going into a lovely reverse plank. Now, yet again, if you're new to yoga, I don't expect you to do this perfectly. It's all about the trying. So hands behind those buttocks, fingertips facing forward. And here we're simply lifting our bottom off the floor, trying to get our feet flat down towards the floor. Now, don't worry if your feet are up towards the ceiling. Just do what you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Lower your bottom back down to the floor. And yet again, we're just coming down to a seated forward bend. But this time we're simply doing a rock from side to side on those buttocks. And then nice and slowly again, we're just uncurling. Up we come. And giving those shoulders a lovely roll. Back and down. Okay, so we're coming up to standing. You'll notice in a lot of these postures, we're trying to get the blood going to our head, try and make everything feel a little bit better in there. So we're going to take a nice wide triangle with those legs and feet. Yet again, if you're not a seasoned yogi, don't panic. You can keep your knees slightly bent. Now in front of you, are simply grabbing hold of opposite elbows here. We're pushing our bottom out behind and we're just hanging down here. So just let your head hang, your arms hang. If you want to work a little bit more, you're going to push your bottom tailbone up towards the ceiling and just stay there. Yet again, try and focus on that breathing, the inhaling, exhaling for 5 if you can. Nice deep breaths. Staying there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just drop your hands down to the mat, head hanging, arms hanging, head and neck. Give your head and neck a little gentle shake from side to side. So to come up here, you're going to bend your knees slightly, pull your tummy in, keep your chin tucked into your chest as we come up. And once we come up to standing, you're going to give your shoulders a lovely roll, back and down. So we're walking the feet into just hip distance apart. We're just going to do mountain pose. So feet are hip distance apart, and we're going to keep the shoulders relaxed. We're just extending the arms up to the ceiling. Release those fingertips, nice deep breaths, and breathe. Just taking 10 breaths here. On the third breath. Just feel the energy warming up in those fingertips here. Just another 3 deep breaths to go. 2. 1, and then you're going to lower those arms down. Well done. Okay, from here we're going to come down to our knees. And we're going to go into a lovely downward facing dog. So a lot of these inversions today. So we're going to tuck our toes under, bottom up towards ceiling. And yet again, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's never about perfect. It's all about yoga practice. In fact, you've made it to your mat today. I commend you. So here we're simply walking out those feet. Now with downward facing dog, make sure the weight is evenly distributed through your palms and your fingertips. Head and neck's nice and relaxed, and we're walking out those feet. Now not many people can get their feet flat to the mat, so don't panic if you can't get the heels down. And if it's more comfortable, you can keep your knees slightly bent if you're new to yoga. But the main thing is here, we're trying to get that blood release down to our head, our brain, yet again. Fantastic for relieving symptoms of depression and anxiety. So just staying there. Staying here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. From here, we're simply dropping down to our knees. We're going to take our knees nice and wide. On the mat, shouldn't be any pain in your knees in this. Dropping our bottom down to the heels, arms come out in front, forehead rests down to the mat. So just let gravity do the work here. Let your bottom sink down to the floor. And breathe. Yet again, nice deep breaths, another 10 breaths here. Staying here, another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we're going to push the weight onto the elbows. Bring our knees together into child's pose. Yet again, just coming forward and down. Relax your shoulders. So nice and relaxed now. Pull your tummy in. We're just rebuilding that spine. Up we come. Once you're up to seated here, give your shoulders a lovely roll back and down. Behind your back here, we're interlinking those hands, pushing the hands down away towards your feet, and we're simply dropping our chin down towards our chest. Staying there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Release those shoulders. Onto our final couple of postures. So we're going to sit in reclined cobblers. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Let your knees drop out to the side. Now here you can either pop your hands on your tummy or just bend those elbows, palms up to the ceiling, and let gravity do the work. Let your spine sink into the mat. Nice deep breaths. Staying there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're taking the knees back up together. We're going to lie in Shavasana. Staple posture in Yoga Asana. So palms facing upwards towards the ceiling. Let your feet flop out to the side. Let your spine sink into your mat. And we're just going to work our way through our body now just to make sure we're not holding on to any tension. So starting with your face, make sure your eyelids, your mouth, your tongue, your jaw are relaxed. No more pranayama breathing now. Let your breath resume back to normality. Down to your arms, wrists, hands, fingers. Fingers just naturally curled. You should still feel a nice warmth of energy in the ends of your fingertips. Down to your spine, your back. Let it sink into your mat, nice and heavy. Around the front of your tummy now, make sure you're not holding on to any tension there. All the way down those legs to the feet and the toes. Feet flopped out to the side, toes completely relaxed. So just for a few moments now, just going to focus on that breath in your mind. Just be aware of those thoughts, anything negative coming in, try and push it out with a nice positive thought. Try and focus on somewhere that makes you feel peaceful, relaxed and safe. Maybe somewhere you've been on a holiday, and try and focus on that. Okay, so we're going to bring some very gentle move back to our bodies now, wiggling fingers and toes. Gently turning those feet out and then just rocking those feet all the way from those hip sockets, everything lovely and relaxed. Gently rolling the arms, wrists, hands gently by your body. And lastly, just gently turning your head from side to side. Final of our stretches now, we're just inhaling into the fingers and toes, really big stretch. And then exhale the arms down by your side. We're doing that one more time. Really big stretch in the fingers and toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Then exhale the arms down by your side. We're taking the knees into the chest for a final little hug. And as always, a gentle rock from side to side to give those kidneys a final little massage. And as always, in your own time, there's no rush, just pushing or rocking yourself up to seated on your mat. So thank you very much for joining me for this yoga for depression and anxiety. I really hope it's helped you today and you feel a little bit lighter and brighter after class. As always, I hope it would go without saying, if you need to, please speak to a doctor or professional about it, and please get yourself help if you need to. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. I'd love to hear how you got on today. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I greatly appreciate it if you did. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Om Shanti, which is peace.